Okay, good morning. We have day one as we're starting off. We're waking up at the house. We're getting ready, getting a good breakfast, and we're going to get packed up and drive down to Amicalola Falls in a few minutes. Looks like it's a nice day here in the valley. We got a little bit of cloudy skies, but I see some blue poking through, so hopefully it's going to be a beautiful day today. I don't think we're expecting really any rain till Tuesday, it looks like. So that may be the one that's kind of a wet day. So anyway, stay tuned and we'll get back to you guys when we get to Amicalola Falls. Okay, good morning. We made it to the Amicalola Falls Visitor Center. We just checked in with our registering our hike. We got our Appalachian Trail tag. We are getting ready to go get all our bags out of the car, and we will go back to the arch and we will start our journey. So be with you all again soon. Okay, we're here at the arch to get started. We just found out when we're in the visitor center checking in that the stairs are out today. They've had the bottom closed for a while. Now the top stairs, a tree fell across and knocked it out. So we're going to drive up a little bit further, closer to the lodge, and get on the trail up there so we can start our adventure. So here we go. Okay, we are loaded up and ready to go. There's Matt there behind me, and we're up near the lodge. We're going to hike back down to the approach trail, and we're going to start the approach trail for the Appalachian. We'll see you guys soon. Okay, we are officially starting the approach trail to the Appalachian Trail. So we're here at Amicalola Falls, getting ready to start our adventures. We got the blue blazes. It's a beautiful day. And here we go. All right, there are the blazes for the approach trail. As we're going through, one thing I have noticed is the trail is a lot greener from a lot of the videos we saw from the hikers that started up, a month or two ago. A lot of the leaves weren't there in their videos, so you got to see a lot more. So we'll have to see how the hike goes, having all this green, which is beautiful, but it does obstruct some of the views as you're hiking through this. And there's a sign, the AT Approach Trail. We are officially going. Spend the next 5 days in the woods. Okay, we are coming up on our first official water crossing. And this is just absolutely beautiful. With the rhododendron, and I know why it's called the green tunnel. The creeks are beautiful. It is gorgeous. All right. Birds are singing. The weather's about perfect. It's overcast, but the temperature is really nice. Our first little climb here.
Well, we're coming up on our first kind of flat stretch. Everything's starting to come into bloom. Everything is green. Lots of little white flowers, purple flowers, all alongside the path. Now we're going to come up to another little incline here as we continue down the trail. We can start to see some mountains out there, but it's so green now. It's really hard to see out. You can just kind of see the silhouette as we kind of go through. Well, we've seen lots of little critters on the trail. Here's a little centipede. It was climbing along. Looks like it's stopping, resting, or maybe we poked it and killed it. I don't know.
It's freaking out.
Yeah, say, who are these people? Saw another little caterpillar earlier, but I didn't want to have to get the camera out. All right. Whew, back up the trail again. Luckily, we're in another little area that's kind of flat, which is kind of nice. Those uphills are pretty rough. Now, I don't know what this is, but it's beautiful ground cover. These big old leaves. They've got some white flowers. I don't know if I can get a good picture of underneath there. Some kind of white flowers all mixed in. But it's like these big patches of these big leaves. It's really beautiful. It's nice how they maintain the trail when they have fallen trees. They'll come in and cut sections out so you can walk through. Again, just some beautiful forests as we go through. I don't know how well the camera really picks up on it, but it's just a lot of these little bitty skinny trees with low cover of green. It's just beautiful forest. All right, here are these bushes again. I wanted to try to get in here and take a picture. It's really interesting. They all have a V, so they all have like a fork in them. And there's a white flower growing out of the fork of every one of them. And there's also some of these a different type that are pink flowers. Same concept. They fork out and have your leaves there, and then underneath there's like a little single pink flower that grows out of them. And like I say, and this stuff just covers the ground out here. It's really beautiful. Like I say, almost every one of them have one little white flower that's growing out of the little fork. Here's another one here. Oh, look, there's a bunch there. They got little white flowers that just grow out right where the two leaves split. There's a fork and a white flower grows. I don't know exactly what they are, but there's just a ground cover out here that's just is absolutely beautiful. Gives it a thick green ground cover. All right. Hiking down the trail. We're coming up a slight incline here, but hadn't been near as bad as the last ones. All right, walking through, it looks like we're about halfway done today, which really hasn't been bad. As I say, there's been a few steep uphills that were challenging on the cardio and the legs, but a lot of flats. I think we got one more big uphill today, and then just a few little ups and downs, and we should be at the first place we're camping. I say it's been absolutely beautiful with the greenage coming out, the flowers. There have been pretty purple flowers and pink flowers and white flowers, yellow flowers, just all along sides of the trail as you hike. It's been, like I say, really a nice hike so far. Weather, it's about perfect. Cloudy, sun's not too bright. It's starting, I can see the burn off a little bit, a lot of blue skies coming out. Weather's been nice. But so far it's been a really nice hike. So again, almost or halfway through day one. You can see some mountains now through the trees, but I don't think the camera will be able to get it. There's still a lot of leaf cover, so I'm afraid you won't be able to really see the views, but you can kind of see the blue skies are starting to come out. You can start to see some things out through the trees. There's a big mountain up here ahead of us. I think that's what we're about to go up and over as we continue our hike on the Appalachian Trail, or actually the approach trail. We aren't officially to the Appalachian Trail yet, but we are getting there. We should actually get there early tomorrow morning with our current schedule, so we can start fresh in the morning on the Appalachian Trail. Okay, it's about 11:30 or so. I think we just finished our last big hike up a hill. We're up here on the top of this flat area. We're just gonna take our packs off, grab a little snack, take a little rest. It's got some pretty views. It's just hard to really see with all the trees and stuff, but it's a pretty area here. So anyway, we're gonna take a little rest. All right, let's try this again. Anyway, we came in this little break here. You can kind of see through the trees. I can see really well, but I don't know the camera's picking it up. We're coming down from a peak right now. It's kind of downhill as we're hiking through, but we're starting to get some beautiful views. Sun's coming out. I say it's a gorgeous day. I don't know if all the birds, if y'all are hearing those as we're walking. It's just amazing, all the different birds in the background as you're hiking through here. Okay, going down through here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Like I said, there's beautiful flowers, all these white flowers to the left and right of the trail. And then all these flowers kind of in the trail. It's almost like they were sprinkled through the trail here as we go down. Really nice. It's a dense part of the forest we're in now. You know, some of it has a lot of undergrowth and some of it is kind of sparse, but for some reason this area is just really thick with undergrowth. Beautiful flowers. And again, I don't know if you guys can hear the birds, but it's like they're just chirping and sounding. We're also starting to get all these new green plants here. I don't know if you can see those really leafy things there that are coming up. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're all starting to come up everywhere as we kind of go through this. say it's just green and beautiful. Matt and I were talking, you know, the good thing about it is it is just beautiful. The bad thing is it does block the view a little bit, but it is really nice. Because again, we got a mountain over there in the horizon. We got a bunch of mountains back over this way, but it's kind of hard to see them. So we go down, Matt's way down the hill. He hikes a little faster than I do. But I tell you, the downhills are tough. They're tough on your legs and your feet, but man, the uphills, if I had to give anybody advice that was gonna do this, it was do heavy leg workouts, whether it's riding a bike or doing a lot of heavy weight squats. Because I tell you, boy, going up those hills, that's what wears you out more than anything, is just the leg muscles you're using. In Texas, we don't have a lot of hills to hike, and so I'm used to walking a lot, but boy, these hills, they can wear you out. Like I say, it's just absolutely beautiful as we're going down this mountain. All right, here just walking through. Again, all these petals. Hopefully you guys can see them. Hopefully in the video it comes out good. It's kind of like, makes you feel like a bride walking down the aisle with a flower girl in front of you throwing petals all on the trail. It's just really beautiful. Okay, we're on the last little flat part, and then we got another small hill to go up, and then we will be at the campsite we were going to try to stay tonight. So what we're going to do is evaluate once we get there to see if we want to go another mile or two to get to Springer Mountain, which is where the Appalachian Trail actually starts, or if we want to go ahead and just camp out. So we'll know that when we get there. Like I said, we got one more hill, and woo, these hills are rough. This flat part's wonderful, but man, it's a beating on some of these hills. Your legs are screaming by the time you get to the top of these little hills. But again, today is one of our big days for elevation gain. The next few are fairly up and down, but not terrible. And then the last day is our big day with elevation gain. But by then, you know, we'll be 8 or so pounds lighter from food, so hopefully it won't be quite as bad. I say, it's just beautiful trail through here. Hiking through with all this undergrowth. It looks like a green carpet through here. I was wondering if the trail would end up like overgrowing with grass and make it hard to find, but it seems to be pretty well defined. I guess there's still enough people that hike it every day that kind of keep it worn down, so it does pretty good. And there's Matt way up there. It took me a few minutes to get the camera out and get it turned on, and he walks a lot faster than I do anyway. Oh man. All right, let me turn it off and start up this next little bit. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see down in the valley here. It's a beautiful view. The sun's shining down in there, but the trees kind of hide it. We've been walking kind of flat for a little while, and now we are about to climb up Springer Mountain, which is right there in front of us. So we're getting ready to start hiking up. We got to Black Gap Shelter where we were going to spend the night, and it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we thought, you know, let's go ahead and push another mile and a half or so and go up to Springer Mountain. So Springer Mountain is where the official start of the Appalachian Trail is. So in a little bit, we'll show you guys pictures of the plaque that actually starts the trail, and we'll set up camp up there at Springer Mountain Shelter. Okay, we are almost to the top of Springer Mountain. Whew, boy, this has been a beating. It's been a hard hike so far, but we got a beautiful view up here. Want to share with you because we may get around the corner and may have nothing. Okay, Matt and I are here. We have officially made it to the beginning of the Appalachian Trail. We are standing on top of Springer Mountain. Let me turn the video around so you guys can see everything. Beautiful view from up here. And here is the official Appalachian Trail plaque. And here also is the first white blaze right there next to it as we get started. Okay, it's time for us to refill our water. So we ended up scooping up water out of the stream here, and then we run it through our filter so we have clean water to drink. So we'll fill up about 2 liters of water here and put it in our bottles. Okay, testing out the hammock real quick before we go cook some dinner. We just went down and got our water, came back up, and man, I am exhausted. So we're getting ready to go fix our dinner in just a second. Okay, laying in my hammock, just kind of waiting for the sun to go down so we can go to sleep. It's been a great day. Like I said, we pushed on a little further. We got like 7.6 miles today, almost 2,400 foot in elevation gain. So it was probably the biggest day for elevation gain that we're going to have this trip. So the rest of the day should be a lot easier. So we wanted to go ahead and get this one out first, and then just relax a little bit the next couple, but we will see. The last day is going to be a tough one. A lot of elevation gain for it. So anyway, so just again, waiting for this sun to go down. We're going to go to sleep and start it all again tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.